yogi loves. So today I'm feeling very headstand focused. Don't run away. You're gonna be fine. But if you have a ponytail on the top of your head, take it off. Pull it down. You know what I'm saying? So to activate our core to come into stability for our headstand practice, we're gonna do some stuff real quick up front, get the core on fire, and then have some breakdown time and play time, and then wrap it back up together. So let's get started in child's pose, coming into a breath pattern that makes you feel fierce. So for me, typically that's Ujjayi right off the bat. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose, but an audible exhale, right? That Darth Vader breath. Get it going, do it. Press up to all fours. Take 3 cow-cat. Getting the spine awakened, woken up, or whatever the proper English is. I used to know language. Now I can't even type to save my life. Like, where do I put a comma? We don't know. When you've done 3, bring the knees to touch at the back of the mat. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, knee to armpit, back. So it's not, might not reach the armpit, right? We're gonna hit maybe the knee, pardon me, the elbow or the tricep. Go again. And back. 3rd time. And back. Bring it down. Left leg up. Bring it in and back. In and back. Last time in and back. Drop it down. Downward facing dog. So I was reading this quote that says how you do one thing is how you do everything. And I kind of found that to be bullshit. Because I think it's about your mood that day. Some days I'm on fire and I do everything. I get everything done. My to-do list is like rock star. And some days the to-do list makes me want to stay in bed. High push-up. So I don't know, I'm sitting with that quote trying to see, is it true for me or not? Right knee to right elbow, and back, left, and back. We're switching legs. Right to right, and back, left to left, and back, right to right, and back, left to left, down dog. I just don't know if that rings true for me, what I feel to be accurate. So I don't know. Bring your feet to your hands, halfway lift. DM, comment in the video, let me know. How do you feel about that? Does that ring true for you? Inhale, rise up, arms up, Tadasana. We're gonna play with our Tadasana for a moment because this is the position for our headstand. So, for ease when we come into our headstand, especially the beginning of our practice, we're creating this Tadasana structure. So, gentle bend in the knees, feet will be flexed. Lower belly pulls in. See the difference here? Like this is a posterior or anterior? I don't know, my hips are lazy. Pulling them in, okay? Ribs over hips. Shoulders over ribs, which are over hips, which are over ankles. Arms come up. This is for handstand, right? But now for a headstand, we're gonna clasp the hand, open the palms, drop the hands to the base of the skull, pull the elbows in. So now elbows are over shoulders, which are over hips, which are over feet. This is our headstand, just on our feet, okay? I feel like it's time to play with it. So, a lot of headstand is mental. It's a story you've told yourself that you can't do it. So we're gonna start with a tripod variation. So we're gonna bring hands So we're gonna do this just on the ground with our knees and our elbows, which is why we just did those crunching in exercises. So if you are very, very afraid, set up with a wall close. So your head will be near the wall. I'm coming sideways so you can see me. I'll flip that in a moment. So we're gonna come with our feet. We're just like squatting, right? It's just a little squat. Hands come under shoulders. Top of the head drops. Booty lifts. Maybe your feet come up. Right? So this is not a crow because our head is on the ground intentionally. So it's just a, I don't know, in my PE class they called it tripod. I don't know the yoga word for it, so sorry. Probably should have Googled that before I started this practice. Try that a couple times. See how you feel. I'm going to set up facing the wall now, and I'm going to attempt to maybe straighten the legs in this. I haven't been doing my headstands in a while, so I might not be very strong. So we're going to use the wall as support. Oh, pulling the knees up is a lot of effort. I'm not even sure I can do it. Nope. Not today, Satan. So pressing through the hands so the shoulders are activating. Crown of the head is resting on the floor, but we're not crunching the neck. Pressing, pulling the knees in and up. I'm gonna try that again. Oh my goodness. Ah. That's a no for me in that pose today. So try it for a few more breaths. And then we're gonna try a more traditional variation of headstand. So just play for a few moments. If you get exhausted, come out, shake it out, go back in. If you're ready, we'll go to a traditional headstand. Again, sitting up near the wall, I'm gonna set up sideways so you can see me. This motion here that we did standing. If the fingers feel scary clasped, just cup them, okay? Make it as easy as possible. Yeah? So I'm gonna start, shoulders are nice and square with the wall. Elbows are under the shoulders. Crown of the head is on the ground. I have a good base. I can press my head off the floor. Hips come up. Ooh, hit the wall there. Active shoulders. Working the legs up. Flex the feet. Pull the thighs in. The wall is kind of catching me here because I don't have the very best form. I can feel my hips cheating. When you're ready, gently come out. Again, play with it. It's the act of bravely going upside down. It's scary. It's okay to be scared. Just try it anyways. Always, always, always protecting the neck by engaging the shoulders, right? So there's like a pressing motion. We're not squishing the neck, okay? That's terrible, terrible. Don't do this. And if you have limited space and there's not a lot of wall room and you're kind of like, you know, Megan, this is not for me. Practice getting upside down by just doing an L, okay? This is really more for a handstand, but if you are utterly afraid, this is where you go. So you've got three options, right? You've got the tripod, you have headstand with the wall. You're super confident, move away from the wall. Or if there's just utter panic at the thought of putting your hips over your head, do the L, right? There's no shame in your game. You just do what you're ready for when you're ready for it, that's all. You've got a couple more moments of practice here, keeping an eye on the clock. And then we'll move into a bit of a counter pose, cool down situation. And of course you know, right, like pause this, play as long as you want. I'm not there, I don't know how long you pause it. But do come back for the counter pose, just so we give the neck and the spine some relief. All right, I'm gonna take one more, because it just feels ready in my soul. I'm gonna work on my tripod up. Oh man, down wall. And when you're ready, we will meet in our counter pose, child's pose. That's how we started our practice. That is our counter pose. So we will come back into child's pose. We're gonna stay for about 10 cycles of breath. Press up to all fours. We're going to take 3 more cow-cat. When you're complete, come on to your back, making your way to Savasana. We will end our practice with a meditation activating the crown chakra, which is the top of the head, which is what we just activated with our headstand. Settle in here. If you could do something to get 10% more comfortable, do it now. On your next inhale in, I want you to breathe in, fill the belly, fill the lungs. Sigh. Do that 2 more times. Big full inhale. Sigh. 1 more. Let your breath fall into its natural pattern, where it just magically supports your life. Take your attention to the top of your head. I want you to notice where your hair meets your scalp. Paying attention, if you can, to each and every follicle. From that on the forehead, to that on the base of the skull, at the nape of the neck, wrapping behind the ears, the whole way through the center. If you're having trouble focusing on all of your hair at one time, send your energy like a paintbrush across the top of the head, back and forth. Sometimes it's easier to let the eyes do the sweeping motion, looking up at the head, giving yourself a physical representation of what you are imagining metaphysically. And I want you to envision a spiraling sensation at the very top of your head, at the crown of the head. And let this spiral occur in a reverse clockwork motion. So counterclockwise. Almost as though you're stirring a soup. Imagine a stirring on the top of your head. And then give that stirring, that energy, a color. Typically, we think of a bright white light, a gold glowing light, or an indigo. And just allow that color to spiral over your head. And then you can choose, you decide if that glowing has a message for you. Whether the message is coming from your creator or just from yourself. Knowing that all messages to be received are meant to be received with love, given with love, and should never be harmful. We're going to come back from our meditation. You can choose to release the focus on the crown chakra or keep it going. But either way, begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe take some circles. Make your way to a fetal position on either side. As you're ready, press yourself up to a simple seat. Coming into awareness of your body here and now. Feeling the joy of getting upside down. Bring your hands to heart center. And the place in me that is willing to try new things acknowledges that same place in you. And together we say, Namaste. Great work. Have a wonderful day. And if today's practice was just too much upside down for you, do it again.